Lopez is accused of using his position as sheriff to shield and profit from an illegal gambling operation in Central Florida.
America, remember that corrupt Florida sheriff I told you about 3 months ago? Well, the case just exploded wide open. We now have 255 pages of damning court documents that reveal former Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez wasn't just taking bribes. He was running a full-scale criminal enterprise with a Chinese businesswoman named Kate Young and a casino kingpin, Krishna Dian. We're talking $700,000 in cash payments, text messages promising protection, and a sheriff literally telling criminals, "You'll be safe because I'll be your sheriff." But here's the most shocking part. One of his co-conspirators is cooperating with federal investigators and spilling the beans.
Tonight, the smoking gun documents in the case against former Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez. Hundreds of pages of evidence, massive amounts of cash, and a trail of text messages between everyone involved.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. When I first covered this story 3 months ago, we knew Lopez was dirty. But the new court documents show this wasn't just corruption. This was a full-blown racketeering operation that makes the mafia look like amateurs. Let me quickly remind you guys how we got here, because this corruption started before Lopez even became sheriff. Back in 2019, when he was still a deputy running for sheriff, Lopez needed campaign money. We've seen this before. So he reached out to a businessman named Krishna, who owned and operated several illegal gaming rooms in Lake County.
In 2019, when then Deputy Marcos Lopez was running to become Osceola County's next sheriff, he needed campaign money. So prosecutors say he hit up businessman Krishna Karan for campaign donations. Karan owned and operated several illegal gaming rooms in Lake County, according to authorities.
Lopez didn't stop there. He also sought campaign contributions from a Chinese businesswoman named Kate, who allegedly imported gaming machines from China. And here's where it gets interesting. Lopez introduced Kate to Krishna, creating what prosecutors call a unique business relationship. This is where Lopez made his fatal mistake. In a text message to Kate in 2019, he wrote, "Kate, nothing to worry. No matter what the outcome is, when I win, we start our first internet amusement cafe. You'll be safe and not have to worry about anything because I'll be your sheriff." After Lopez won the election, this trio opened up Eclipse Social Club in Osceola County. This wasn't just any building. It previously housed a restaurant where a deadly shooting occurred in 2021. But Lopez saw an opportunity where others saw tragedy. And when the illegal gambling operation got raided, Lopez saw it as a business opportunity. He allegedly texted Krishna, "Call me right away. We did a raid and I shut down that place. It's ours." Think about that. A sheriff celebrating shutting down competition so his own criminal enterprise could profit. The Eclipse Social Club featured slot machines and other gambling devices that state officials called illegal. They even had a TikTok page openly advertising their illegal operations. The arrogance here is absolutely stunning.
As seen in this TikTok video, Eclipse featured slot machines and other gambling devices.
Now here's where these new court documents get really damning. According to prosecutors, Krishna paid Lopez between $600,000 and $700,000 in cash. And get this, the money was normally delivered in manila envelopes. We're talking about briefcases full of cash like something out of a movie.
According to court records, Karan paid Lopez between $600,000 and $700,000 in cash, normally put in a manila envelope, which were proceeds from the gaming business.
But Lopez wasn't just taking money. He was actively protecting operations using his position as sheriff. New documents show Lopez even gave Krishna an honorary special deputy badge. Can you believe that? He's literally giving his criminal partners police credentials.
Lopez is accused of using his position as sheriff to shield and profit from an illegal gambling operation in Central Florida.
The text messages in these court documents are absolutely damning. In one exchange, Lopez wrote to his co-conspirators, "Also remember, we made an agreement with Kate to pay me some money for the connection starting December 1st. How are we going to do it?" This man was literally negotiating his bribe payments.
Investigators say in total, Lopez received between $600,000 and $700,000 for his role in the enterprise.
The most damning evidence shows how Lopez used his sheriff badge to protect the illegal operation. In 2022, when some Osceola County deputies happened to stop stop by Eclipse Social Club. Krishna immediately texts Lopez a photo of one of the deputies with this message. "Your deputies are at the Eclipse," he said. "I have shut down." He was probably too frantic to write complete sentences.
In 2022, some Osceola County deputies happened to stop by Eclipse Social Club. Prosecutors say Dio Caran texted Lopez this photo, which reportedly shows one of those deputies.
Lopez's response: "You should have no issue." A few hours later, Krishna texts back and said that they left. This is a sheriff literally protecting criminals from his own deputies. The corruption is so deep, it's hard to believe. And don't worry, guys, it gets worse. Lopez was so confident in his protection that he allegedly told Krishna that Governor DeSantis had contacted him asking about which gaming rooms were being investigated. When pressed for the details, Lopez couldn't provide any because it was likely another lie to impress his criminal partners. Here's the bombshell from these new court documents. Krishna, the casino kingpin who paid Lopez hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes, is now cooperating with federal investigators. Defense attorney Jose Rivas explains what this means. He's basically a snitch, pretty much in formal terms. It's when somebody provides substantial assistance to federal agencies.
The affidavit reveals Diakarin cooperated with investigators during proffer interviews.
A proffer is what we call a snitch section. Pretty much in more formal terms, it's when someone provides what we call substantial assistance.
This is huge. When your criminal partners start cooperating with the feds, your case is basically over. Krishna knows where all the bodies are buried. He has access to all the financial records, and he was personally involved in every major decision.
Well, it's a big fish when it comes because he's running the organization, but at the same time, what the government is really after is the public official, in this case, Marcos Lopez.
And here's what's really interesting. While Lopez has been arrested and charged, Krishna hasn't been arrested yet. Even though court records show he forfeited nearly $1 million in assets after the raid shut down his illegal casinos. That tells me he's providing substantial cooperation in exchange for leniency. The corruption didn't stop with Lopez. Just 2.5 weeks after his arrest, his estranged wife, Robin Lopez, was also arrested. Investigators say her cleaning company was created specifically to collect payments for her husband's criminal activities.
The warrant says that Robin Severance Lopez had a cleaning company. Investigators say it was created to collect payments to her husband.
When confronted by investigators about her knowledge of the operation, she denied everything. Of course she did. But they had pictures and messages proving that she was lying. She even made large deposits after Lopez's arrest, showing the criminal enterprise was still operating even after the sheriff was in custody. America, this case shows exactly what happens when law enforcement becomes the criminal enterprise. Marcos Lopez wasn't just a corrupt sheriff taking bribes. He was the head of a racketeering operation that included Chinese money laundering, illegal gambling, and protection rackets. The 255 pages of evidence paint a picture of systematic corruption that went on for years. Text messages, financial records, witness testimony, and now cooperating witnesses who spill everything to federal investigators. Lopez's defense team can put out all the statements that they want about unchallenging accusations and respecting the legal process. But when you have your criminal partner cooperating with the feds, when you have text messages promising protection, and when you have $700,000 in cash payments, your case is basically over. This is what real corruption looks like, not some minor ethics violation, but a full-scale criminal enterprise run by the person who is supposed to be protecting the community. The people in Osceola County deserve better than a sheriff who was literally in business with criminals. The good news is that justice is coming. Federal racketeering charges carry some serious prison time, and with cooperating witnesses providing substantial assistance, Lopez is looking at decades behind bars. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.